what you were hoping to get out of today?
I would like to see the pools free for everybody, especially the children. I think it makes more sense to let the adults in too, so that you have more supervision. We could do it on a trial basis, which makes sense. We could have a donation box and see how much money comes in. Who knows, there's possibility that maybe even more could come in from a donation box. It's sad what's happening in this country to children in the South, along the border there. I think we'd have a chance to be bold and step out and do something very kind and generous to children and make news like that. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's the way it's going. And unfortunately, I don't think it's an ability the city can afford to make the pools free. I think it's a willingness. They're not willing to do it, and there's the reasons that only they know.
How do you feel that meeting went on the inside when they were talking about the discussion?
I thought it was, they had their staff made up a plan before they got here. So I thought it was canned, you know what I mean? I thought it was, basically they had their staff, and let's remember, the Park and Recs director has only been on for 1 month now, the new director. And she seems very nice, and I think she's very progressive. But if I were her, I wouldn't want to take any bold steps politically, you know. So I don't know what the dynamics are behind the scene, the inside baseball. I just thought, I go to the pools a lot with my granddaughters, and I see the kids there and how much fun they have. And I just would like to see all the kids be able to enjoy it as much as they do. That's my only cause here, you know, that's my only sentiment. I don't get anything out of this. My grandkids are gonna go no matter what, you know, so.
Are you pleased with the outcome?
No. I think it's too little and it's too late. If anything happens, it's gonna be next year, anything big. They're gonna try stuff. Why don't you just try free pools for a year and see what happens with a donation box? You know, I mean, if you want to try something, that's what I think they should try, you know, and see what happens.
Do you feel
No
like
one knows what they'll get, you know? What?
Do you feel like it's progress at all that they decided to have a handful of free days?
I don't want to, of course it's progress, but I think it's a baby step. Few days, you know. The summer's so short, there's so many hot days. Did I forget global warming? But no, no, joking aside, I would have liked to see more out of this, especially with the response I got to the piece I had in City Pages and on Pilot. People were just saying it was overwhelmingly positive, the reaction to it. But it is what it is.
Do you see a big need for this? And Dennis Smith, I'm sure as you heard, said there aren't kids at the gate begging to get in, but
Yeah.
you know, what would you say to those people?
Why bother do that? Why would a kid want to do that? I mean, they know they don't have the money, they don't go. You know what I mean? And if there's a need, how do you find out one way to find out if there's a need is get rid of the fees, right? Then you'll see how many kids actually come, right? I mean, and you know, and they're supervised there too, you know, and it's safe. A lot of parents can't work because their kids are home, you know, and here they could be going to the pool. Well, if you add a fee onto it, and I don't know, it's just, I just think that it's something that should be done. I think it should be done everywhere. I like the Milwaukee idea where they drive around with a pool on a truck. Wish I thought of that.
Probably keep kids off the street.
So my last question would be, what's next? So you wrote this in the
Yeah.
paper. You got a response from it?
I didn't want to bring this up because it would have given them a backdoor on this, but I am going to be pursuing private funding for something for this idea. I'm good. I have no experience doing that. And, but I have friends that do have experience doing that, and I'm gonna ask for them for help writing grants or seeing if that we can come up with some money, cause it isn't really that much money. From a city standpoint, from an individual, 60,000 sounds like a lot of money. From a city, it's a half-time job, probably doesn't even come to the city council when they add a half-time job, you know what I mean? It's just not that big a deal, you know? I don't know, that's my.
Thanks for